Will Jiren versus Goku be the final climax in the Universe Survival Tournament? How's it going, everyone? Ajax the Mister here. And this week, a lot of things happened regarding Dragon Ball Super. We got a ton of information that dropped. And with that information, a certain topic definitely clicked in my mind that has been on there for like quite some time. But now that we are getting all this information about the special that we'll be getting in October, which I'll get into later in the video. But now with all this information and also a new visual for Goku's transformation, I'll get into that as well. But with all this information, I know I've been saying that like a ton of times, it just makes me raise the question, and I want to bring this to you guys as well. Will Goku versus Jiren be the final climax in the tournament survival arc? So main reason why I'm bringing this topic up is of course because we pretty much have confirmation that we will be getting the Goku versus Jiren fight on October 8th. That is a confirmed date. We will be seeing the battle between these two characters that has been being hyped up since the debut of the freaking Dragon Ball Super opening number 2, Limit Break X Survivor, which of course is an amazing opening. But since that opening, what's the main thing? What's the first thing that catches your eye in that opening for Dragon Ball Super? Yeah, it's Goku and Jiren going in on each other in the beginning and then parts in the middle and towards the end. So a lot of fans rightfully speculated that this was going to be the climax of the Universe Survival arc. And of course, throughout the intro, we saw fights between other characters like Vegeta and some of the maidens, Goku fighting one of the Trio de Danger characters from Universe 9, and so on and so forth. So a lot of fans speculated that this opening was just a layout of what was going to happen in the tournament arc that we're currently in right now in Dragon Ball Super as of episode 105. And because of that, majority of the fan base believed that the climax, the ultimate fight, the final battle in this tournament was going to be Goku versus Jiren. Now, my take on that, I honestly do not, I repeat, I do not believe Goku versus Jiren is going to be the final fight in this arc. I just refuse to believe that, and I'm basing my answer to that question on what's happened in Dragon Ball Super thus far and what's happened in previous series, especially Dragon Ball Z. You go back to Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama loves doing plot twists or shaking up the story a little bit when it comes to who exactly is the main villain or how the main villain will be defeated in the series. For example, when we go into the Android saga, or if you want to encompass the entire arc, like from beginning to end, the Cell saga. What happened in the very beginning? Who do we think was the main villain in the beginning of this arc? You guessed it, we thought it was the androids. We thought it was androids 19 and 20, and then of course Trunks comes in from the future and says, hey, no, those aren't the right ones, it's 17 and 18, and so on and so forth. So we believe throughout the entire arc up until this point, the androids were going to be the main villain. But of course, what does Toriyama have lurking in the background as a possible setup for a future villain? You have Cell playing that nasty insect game, absorbing people, and then what happens? We have Cell absorbing 17 and 18, and then becoming Perfect Cell, and then the whole fight with Gohan, and you guys already know what happened. But you have to look at it from that perspective. In the beginning, the story was set up as the androids being the main threat, but as the story and the plot progressed, we started to see, hey, this is not the main threat. We have something else lurking in the background, and it's Cell. He's gonna be the actual, final hurrah in this entire saga where the androids are starting to attack humanity. And even the Namek saga had bits of this as well. In case you don't remember, before the Z Warriors fought off against Frieza, we had an entire arc called the Ginyu Force arc. And even though we knew from the beginning of the Namek saga that Frieza was going to be the main villain, out of left field, we get this Special Force Super Sentai crew that basically is an interruption up until that point with the battle with Frieza. And hell, let's even go into the Buu saga. How many times did Toriyama tease us with what was going to be the main way we were going to defeat Buu? Because at first we were thinking, hey, fusion was going to be the final say in defeating Buu, especially fusion between Goten and Trunks. That was the main force that we were all being led to believe was going to be the final thing that will annihilate Buu. But then, of course, we know fusion didn't work out, and then Ultimate Gohan appears. We see Ultimate Gohan, and we think, hey, Gohan's back to his badass ways. This is even better than the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell Saga. So this is the way it's going to end. But no, of course not. Then we get Vegito, and so on and so forth. As you can tell from that, Toriyama just loves throwing things out into left field and keeping the readers and watchers of the anime guessing at every turn. So that's why I honestly believe that in this point, where we are in the Dragon Ball Super Universe Survival Tournament as of episode 105, I honestly do not believe that Jiren is going to be the final battle in this tournament. Because in case you don't know, guys, we have so many plot threads that need to be wrapped up with characters and fighters within the next few weeks if the entire tournament is going to end on October 8th. In case you guys don't know, we only have about, I believe, 3 more episodes left as of the recording of this video of Dragon Ball Super up until October 8th. I believe 1 week we will not have a Dragon Ball Super episode. So that's one less episode we're getting. And it's so much to wrap up, and we have about, like, I believe 25 to 30 fighters left up until that point, and that's just an understatement. I think we have even more fighters left in the tournament. So again, I refuse to believe that Toei is going to rush this cash cow that they have right now, because in case you guys don't know, this Universe Survival Tournament is making bucket loads of money for Toei. Like, they're making so much money off of these characters and transformations and all the hype that they're making in this one arc alone. So to throw that all away and try to rush it up until the 1 hour special, I just honestly don't see that happening at all. Because one thing that we also have lingering in the background, the thing with Zeno and the Grand Priest and the other gods of destruction. So many times throughout this arc have we seen these ominous signs from, the Grand Priest and other certain gods of destruction just scheming in the background, and even angels smirking at their universes getting destroyed, or at least some of them. But you guys get my point. This arc has so many loose threads that for the climax of the entire fight to just be Goku versus Jiren and not have anything else resolved after that, I don't know. I honestly just don't think that Toei and Toriyama are that ignorant to the fact that they have so much running in the background of this tournament, and they expect us to believe that, hey, this is the final hurrah. Get ready, because October 8th, it's all downhill from there. So again, those are just my thoughts. I want to hear what you all have to say as well. But you guys have to remember, again, we have so many plot threads in the background, especially with even certain fighters. Like, we still haven't seen Frieza go in. Vegeta still hasn't had his, big moment. Because let's face it, even though Goku is the main lead in Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta is an extremely marketable character. A lot of people are fans of Vegeta, and we all know Vegeta's going to have his moment. So we still have not even had that yet, and I don't think we're going to get that between now and the 1 hour special on October 8th. And then we have some of the Pride Troopers like Dispo and Topo, and some can argue like, hey, maybe they already had their moment. Dispo had his moment with Hit, and Topo had his moment in the preliminaries with Goku. But again, it's just that there's so much running on the line that it would be such a damn shame for Toei to just rush all of this when things are going so good. The pacing is perfect. The progression in each episode is good, and to rush it all just to get to the Goku versus Jiren part, that's going to be a shame if that is the case. But speaking of the 1 hour special, I'm actually really excited for that, guys. That is really interesting and gets me really excited for how much effort they're going to be putting into this fight. Now, of course, some could say, hey, it's just going to be 2 episodes combined into one, especially to make up for that 1 week of Dragon Ball Super up until then that we won't have. But hey, a 1 hour special of Dragon Ball Super, and the primary focus of that special is going to be Goku versus Jiren. Sign Sign me up. We've all been waiting for this fight to happen. So that's going to be really exciting to see how that fight is going to go down, and if the 1 hour special is even going to cover the entire fight between these two characters, because for all we know, maybe the fight gets interrupted at the very end, or maybe something happens that interrupts the tournament entirely, and now we have something else going on in the background. Like maybe they all have to fight the Grand Priest or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box, or just throwing ideas out there. Anything can happen up until the Goku versus Jiren fight, which can interrupt the tournament. Because let's face it, we've had that happen so many times in Dragon Ball Z and bits in Dragon Ball Super. So I can definitely see the tournament getting interrupted, or the Goku versus Jiren fight stopping at some point and then progressing later. But I hear that we have some pretty talented animators on the list for the animation team for this 1 hour special. So again, super excited to see that. Mark your calendars, guys. That will be on October 8th. So that is going to be super Dragon Ball, super exciting. And the last thing I want to talk about is now we have a new animated visual of Goku's new transformation. That's another thing that I want to talk about with this 1 hour special, because I already talked about when the transformation was revealed on this channel. But one thing that's hot on everyone's minds right now is, are we going to get this form on October 8th with the 1 hour special? Are we going to have an explanation for how Goku turns into this form? Is Goku going to turn into this form in the beginning of the Jiren fight? Is he going to turn into it halfway or at the end? To cram this new transformation, this badass new transformation into that 1 hour special and eliminate the tournament after that is going to be a shame. But let's go back to the form itself. As you can see, when we got the announcement of the 1 hour special, along with the reveal that there will be another crossover between Dragon Ball and One Piece, or at least with Goku and Luffy, we get this new animated transformation. And to be honest, it looks like a combination of the images that we've seen before. As you can see it with the red background, that looks like the image we originally saw that Toei released of Goku's back. Way back then, like a couple months ago. And then we see the front side of Goku with the blue aura that was revealed a couple of weeks ago or so. But now the form is combined into one. I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks really slick and clean. I'm liking Goku, how he looks like in this form. And as for anything new, it looks like there's a purplish aura emanating off of Goku. It starts off blue, but if you look off as the aura, like, you know, disintegrates or dissolves away from Goku, it has like a purplish, tint to it. So I'm wondering if that's gonna play any role into Goku's transformation. Maybe the purple part of it, maybe it's linked to Beerus, maybe God of Destruction type of transformation. Who the hell knows? But that's one thing that's pretty interesting to note. And the very last thing I want to talk about is a recent tweet or a reply by one of the writers for Dragon Ball Super. His Twitter handle is Toshio916, and as you can see from the Twitter replies, people are asking him what the form is going to be called, because it's really hot on everyone's mind. What on earth can this thing even be referred to? Because again, we have no colors, where this is a new transformation unrelated to blue and red. So what exactly is this form going to be called? And as you can see on the screen, Toshio states that it's a name beyond our imagination. Hats off to Mr. Toriyama for the creativity. Please look forward to the TV broadcasting. Now, at first, it looks like he kind of dodged the question a bit just to hype up the fan base. But if we want to look at maybe the possibility that Toshio left a couple of subtle hints in here, a lot of people are looking to the name that he said it's a name beyond our imagination. A lot of people are looking to the term beyond. Maybe the form is going to be called Super Saiyan Beyond. I'm not going to lie, that form sounds pretty badass if that's what it's going to be called. Again, it could just be word words that Toshio is using to hype up the fan base. But if he's dropping hints here and there, maybe the form is called Super Saiyan Beyond. So that's going to be a really interesting name to know about with the form, because as we all know, the huge gimmick with this tournament is breaking your limits, going beyond the limits of your ki, your body, the whole deal. We saw it with last week's episode of Master Roshi. So I'm pretty sure that if a form is going to be given a name called Super Saiyan Beyond, I would not be surprised if it's given to the new transformation on Goku. But we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you all think in the comments below, what you think the transformation's name is going to be, and if you think this is maybe a subtle hint by one of the writers of Dragon Ball Super. Again, apparently Toriyama was really creative with this form, and I'm hearing a lot of rumors about the form that supposedly, again, these, like right now, what I'm about to tell you guys is complete rumors, and take it with a grain of salt, but supposedly the new transformation of Goku awakens the Saiyan ferocity and cruelty in his genes. Again, that is not my theory. That is not something that has been confirmed by Mr. Toshio or anyone from Dragon Ball Super writing team. That is just a rumor that people are speculating, so take it with a grain of salt. But hey, with how pissed off Goku looks in this form, I would not be surprised if that is the case, where the transformation awakens his curiosity and we might see a new side to Goku that we've never seen before. But again, take that information with a light grain of salt. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Goku versus Jiren fight is going to be the ultimate climax of this tournament? Do you think like it's pretty much done after that? We're not going to get anything else. The tournament's going to end, or it's just going to be Goku versus Jiren at that point, so might as well end the tournament? Or do you think like this is just a 1 hour special to show an interesting fight between these two characters and we still have more to come afterwards? I'm honestly thinking it's the latter, because again, this tournament is a huge cash cow for Toei, so it would be kind of dumb to end it like that, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also what you think of the new transformation of Goku. Again, we have a new visual of it, so it's a new picture, and what you guys think of it. Do you notice anything that I'm not noticing, aside from the combined images of the red and the blue and the little hints of purple in there? And what do you guys think of Toshio's little hint that he might have dropped of what the name of the transformation could be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but that's all that I have for you guys. You know where to subscribe, check out my most recent videos, and don't forget to stay beautiful. I'm Ajax the Mister, and as always, folks, thanks for watching.